Hey, hello, it's Haley the Tall Girl. I start these vlogs and I always like notice how messy the background of my room is, but you know, it's fine. It's on brand. Anyway, so today is Saturday. We have a lot to do. December is always just filled so much to the brim. I am making a choice not to, you know, vlog through the mirror. Anyways, so yeah, December is always like a ridiculously busy time, and today, literally the morning is like my only time I have off because, and it's like, I'm not even doing things about like to further my career or education or anything. It's like all personal things because, you know, this is when everything happens. But one of the things that well, first I'm gonna go have a rehearsal for romp. I'm resetting that for a couple, well, for like 4 performances next year. Then I have to go pick up my friend in Long Beach, and we're gonna go to my cousin's art show in LA. That should be fun. It's really exciting. I'm really excited. My Filipino family's gonna be there, like everybody, which is gonna be insane. And then tomorrow morning I have my friend's 21st birthday brunch. And then I also have to go to the studio show for the studio that I work at that afternoon and work that. And then I said I would go out with that friend who's turning 21 after that. So today's gonna be a long day. This weekend's gonna be a long weekend. And then Monday, this week is also finals week, which I'm only taking dance classes. So it's not a big deal. But yeah, so this week I have finals, and then I have a master class on Tuesday night, and then rehearsal Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night. And then I'm going to the Entity Winter Intensive in Pasadena, I think. The 15th and the 16th, I want to say. And then the 17th is the 17th is a dress rehearsal for the Asylum Project San Jose Christmas in the Park performance. And then the 18th, I have a performance in Temecula that I haven't even, Santi's choreographing me a solo, and we haven't even started that yet. So that's gonna be another project we're working on this week. And then also, that's insane. It's almost been 3 weeks, a month since the last performance I did. Well, since doing that performance last time. Wow, words are coming out of my mouth. After that, I drive home to the Bay on the 19th. I'm in the Bay, and then I'm choreographing a duet with Anastasia. And then the Sunday to the 23rd is San Jose Christmas in the Park, and then it's Christmas, and then I go to New York, and then, oh my god, I go to New York in 2 weeks, basically. Holy shit, what is my life, guys? It starts now. Literally, it starts now as I go on to today. Literally. What is my brain's turning off. Oh my gosh. I'm crying. I'm literally freaking out because after New York, I'm there for a month, and then I come back, I perform Romp and Post Malone, which is Santiago Rivera's choreography at Awakenings and Beginnings on January 19th. And then after that happens, I have like a week or so, and then I might probably be moving. It's up in the air because that's another thing that I have to figure out. So we're doing that, and then school starts, and then I have to plan a fundraising concert so we can raise money to go to ACDA West, and then we go to ACDA West while also preparing for student dance concert, and my life just keeps going. It keeps going. And like, I don't know, it's stuff like this when I just talk about all the things I'm going to do and like I have planned, and I'm just like, you know what? Like, I'm here now. I'm here. I would say I've reached a certain level of success. Like, even though it's not like, you know, paying me with like money right now, there's a lot of just dance opportunities I've been afforded to, and I am very grateful for all of it. And it just makes me kind of think about, I don't know, I guess a little bit about my happiness and my mental state. And it's just like, I'm productive. I don't know, I'm just productive, and no matter how I feel, like, I'll still get shit done. Like, how happy I am differs, but like, no matter what, I'm gonna get shit done. But it is nice to be in a better mental state and be around less toxic people, because I've also, you know, as you do, because all of this shit happened, you know, this year. Like, I got cheated on, I lost 2 really important people in my life at the same time to each other, and then I also like had to deal with, like, you know, death and like financial issues, and just being scared about, you know, the safety and well-being of a bunch of like people with the fires happening, and, you know, also trying to figure out what I want to do with my future. This all happened this year. Like, this year literally started, like, I watched the podcast that I made right after everything happened, because, you know, honestly, Santiago wanted to listen to it, so I was like, okay, let's listen to it. And I realized I went to a summer dance audition in San Francisco one on a weekend. That Monday I came back, and then shit just went down, and that was in February. Oh wait, before that, that was when I got broken up with, and then shit went down in February, shit went down in March, shit went down in April, shit went down in May and June, and I think July was the first month where it was like, okay, wait, no, that's a lie, shit went down at the end of July too. Shit has gone down literally every single month this year, and like, I'm doing the best that I can, and I'm doing pretty well, so don't give me shit for it. And I don't know, I just want to put it out there, like, if you think if I am a terrible person and like I'm not good or worthy, honestly, you need to redefine and realign your moral compass, because look at all the shit I am doing, and I am doing it because it is my passion, and I am good at it. And like, I like to provide opportunities and joy to other people, and I like to give that gift. So don't, and like, I'm good, I don't know, I'm getting into this ranty tangent, but okay, kind of have my thoughts a little bit more together. I just feel like this semester specifically, a lot of things have made me question whether or not, like, I'm good, like, whether or not I'm a good person, or like whether or not I'm a worthy person, because I've been personally offended. My lines have been crossed so many times that I've forgiven. And thinking about it and reflecting truly with like space between the situation that happened this past year, and also the entire like relationship of my life, or all the relationships within my life the past 4 years, I realized I have let go and forgiven a lot of shit. And it's taken me a while to realize that doing that made it okay for the situation that happened this year to unfold. I, in a way, by letting those other things go that weren't as bad, like by letting it go and just brushing it under the rug and not really having a conversation or confrontation about that stuff, that let those people think that it was okay to treat me like that. And no, it's so not. And I'm a nice person. We're all growing and evolving and changing, and it's constant experiment and, you know, pushing and pulling where you think you want your life to go and who you want to be and who you want who in your life you want to be around. And like, I don't know, I guess I just decided that a lot of those people just, honestly, they constantly took advantage of me and my forgiveness, and then they gave me shit when I got upset, and they gave even more shit, and then isolated me and made me feel like I was in the wrong when they literally did one of the worst things you could ever do to a person and still have not apologized to it or owned up to anything. And then I hear through the grapevine the things that they say about the situation is one, either untrue or condescending as fuck. Like, you just have to accept sometimes that you were the shit person in the scenario. Like, I do when I accept, like, when I am the shit person in the scenario, I'll be like, yeah, no, that was my fault 100%. Like, I treated you like shit. Like, that was uncalled for. But here's the thing, like, in the end, I've never done anything as terrible as what these people did to me for as long as what these people were doing to me. And like, I focus on the biggest, like, issue, which is the biggest betrayal, because that's the biggest one. There's all these other little, like, betrayals that I just don't talk about because they're not as important as, like, this one up here. But, you know, that's life. And I think it's important to, you know, have these conversations and, you know, share them, because it's all self-reflection, and it's important to, at least for me, to get these thoughts into the world, because it is, again, a way of practicing philosophy and figuring out who you are as a person. It's having a dialogue with yourself and, you know, remembering what happened, because when you don't remember, you let things go. And you shouldn't always let things go, because letting things go makes you a person that people can walk over. When you stand up and have conviction for something you believe in, or ideals, or a way of acting and behaving, when you stand up for things like that, that's your moral character you're standing up for. That's what you believe is right and wrong. I'm sorry that, like, I am so articulate and, like, you know, strong opinionated, like, and I'm willing to share that opinion, and I'm not afraid of what people view me as. I'm not afraid of other people's perceptions, because I know in the end, all I'm wanting to do is get to the honest opinion, or the honest truth for everything. And that has to do with why I'm a dancer, and why I'm an artist and choreographer, and, like, why I started with communications as my major, because I always want to have an open dialogue in order to find the true intention behind things and the true way of being. I just don't have it in me to lie. I don't have the energy to lie, and I don't have the energy to not speak up, because, to be honest, to me, lying through omission, lying by just not speaking up, that's almost worse because that's a choice you're making. Well, maybe it's not always a choice, but even the non-choice is almost more painful because it's like you're not actively deciding one way or another. You're sitting on the fence and you're like, are you gonna jump off this side or are you gonna jump off that side? Because if you take any longer to decide, I'm just gonna push you off and give you to the other side because I don't need anybody who's like, you know, unsure about what's right and wrong, especially in the situation that happened to me. It's very clear I got cheated on by my best friend and the guy I was like actively sleeping with. Like, there's no way. I constantly think, well, no, I don't constantly think about it. When it first happened, I did, and it was like there was nothing in that situation where I could have done where I didn't get screwed over. And that's it. Just maybe that's why I'm like more willing to share this story, because I know in the end, like, I didn't do anything. Like, in the end, I'm just sharing what happened to me, because literally you cannot write this shit. Like I said, I was listening to the podcast that I recorded with Danny right after everything went down initially. And Santi kept having to pause the video just to be like, hold on. I gotta go back and listen to this because this is so intense. There was a couple times where he just had to pause the video and like let it all sink in, because it's intense shit. And like, yeah, he is my friend and he is probably biased, but I urge you to go listen to the entire story, that from, like, obviously keep in mind it's from my point of view, and but also remember I have a pretty accurate memory and an accurate like way of remembering things. And it, like, when I recorded that conversation, everything had just happened, so it was fresh in my head. And the emotional, you know, the emotion behind everything is true and honest, and that's important to take into account too, because I honestly think it shows how I feel. Like, it shows how I was. It's a sliver of what was going inside of my head, but it was an intense fucking time. And I just it was just really interesting, because watching somebody else listen to this story, it was just like, with that amount of detail, and there is some details that I just haven't acknowledged in a really long time, and just going back to that, yeah, it's a little bit painful, but I guess it's easier when you let somebody else in and you let them hear the story. And I don't know, it's just, you literally can't write this shit. I feel like my life is a movie sometimes, or a terrible soap opera, and it's just like, my dear Lord, how did everything happen within this, like, everything went to shit within 4 months too. That's the thing. That's the unfortunate thing. But, you know, life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. We're all trying to find success and happiness in our own ways. Just don't do it by taking things from others, and don't do it by demeaning and devaluing well, honestly, I don't know. Maybe demeaning and devaluing is an important aspect of society, because it does create hierarchies, and hierarchies are important because it gives people something to strive for. Not everybody is created equal, but like, that's nature and that's life. I'm not saying, like, I don't want to be, I don't know, misunderstood, but some people are better than others, and just look at the facts. Like, just look at the facts. Just do that. Do that, look at the facts and reflect.
Don't mind if you kick me, seems like everybody has. Things go from bad to worse, you think they can't get worse than that, and then they do.
Oh my god, I'm breaking out. Oh, you're recording.
Use the needle of your compass to sew up your broken heart. Ask directions from a genie in a bottle of Jim Beam, and she lies to you. That's when you learn the truth. If you're going through hell, keep on going, don't slow down. If you're scared, don't show it, you might get out, or the devil even knows you're there. Well, I've been deep down in that darkness. I've been down in my last match, filled 100 different demons.
I didn't realize this was a country song, by the way, when we decided to do a gestural hand improv. Oh, okay. Can I ask a dance question?
Yeah.
Okay, I know this is gonna be a really dumb question I'm gonna ask, but I am very ignorant, so, and I'm always willing to learn, so I'm okay looking ignorant. I don't know, but who created what was the question? Contraction and release technique, or like who came up with the idea?
Martha Graham's contraction and release, I believe.
Okay,
Doris Humphrey was fall and recover, if
okay,
I'm remembering correctly.
Okay, because on Rachel's modern test, that was one of the questions, like who came up with it, like,
yeah, I'm pretty sure it
contraction
was
and
fall
release.
and recover. It was Doris Humphrey, and then I think
I am not. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot to bring all my choreographer notes to study.
devastating. It's okay, just talk to me.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna look over at you and I'm gonna be, Haley, what's number 10? No, that's cheating. Don't cheat, children. They both started with CH.
don't cheat on
Children.
tests or people,
Oh, definitely not.
because it breaks you as a human being, and you become a jaded person forever and ever until you create art out of it.
Yeah.
But then people react to your art. Tweets are art. Social media is art.
It is art.
Because
It is
it's
art.
curated and it's made by a creator.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
it's a choice. It's a conscious... well, okay. I'm a conscious
Choices.
choice. I'm a conscious choice. I think through my choices. I do. Which makes you wonder, what is my thought process? But you don't care to ask.
I mean, those are just people that don't want to, like, open up more.
It's okay. Okay.
There's someone that parked right next to us, so we're gonna pretend that this camera's not here.
Yeah,
But
no.
I'm gonna still talk to you because it's totally okay.
I think everybody in this parking lot is literally waiting for Philz to open right now.
I mean, that's fine. I'm excited for this coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not embarrassed. Oh look, I also have my phone. Do you like my wallet case?
Going through hell. Keep on moving, face that fire. Walk right through it.
How do you guys scroll through your phone? Do you guys use just your thumb? Or do you also use your index finger?
Or do you use 2 thumbs?
Oh my god. I use all 3.
I would like to make an announcement that I am the world's biggest troll.
That's fine. It's funny.
I really want to choreograph a piece about the 3 billy goats, and I want to be the troll under the bridge, and then I want to burn the bridge.
Whoa.